you a place to stay.
That's the thing. I was in that for 5 months, 6 months in Bear County, just thinking, wow, I really took all that for granted.
All right, are the parties ready on Dylan Jacob Skinner? Oh, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, that's good. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011052, State of Texas versus Dylan Jacob Skinner. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brian Kimbrough for Mr. Skinner.
And are you Mr. Skinner?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to your face?
Felt good yesterday. The weather was good, so I decided to play basketball. I
Mhm.
got elbowed in the lip.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I hope somebody called a foul.
I did.
Okay, all right. So we're here for sentencing.
Correct.
And both parties requested that this be reset so that perhaps your client could prepare a letter, because I think he wanted
I
to.
already have it.
All right. Thank you. And then there was going to be a victim impact. Is that
Correct.
correct? All right. So you entered a plea previously on February 18th of no contest. The court found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Are parties ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client with regards to sentencing?
I would state that Mr. Skinner is very remorseful for this incident. I've talked to him about it. He would like to make a statement, and I would like to call him as a witness, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Dylan Jacob Skinner.
All right, defense.
Thank you. Dylan, could you make your statement and speak into the microphone and very loud?
I apologize to the court, to my family. I never thought I'd go to, for all the things that I've done, that I'd probably go to prison for. I never thought it'd be for something like this. And I feel terrible. I'm gonna live every day in that jail cell, prison cell, getting eat up by the fact that I did something messed up. I deserve to go to PDC for it. And I love my mom. I never wanted to do that.
Anything else, defense?
Nothing.
Anything from the state? All right, so I have a question. So why did you do this? Because part of your not being back in this situation again is figuring out why you did it.
No work, just, I really honestly feel like there was just a monster inside of me. You know, I was drunk too, and all the pent up anger, because I'm really not a violent person.
All right, what were you angry about?
Just not having a job, struggling, living with my mom, 25 years old, you know, just getting out of jail a month prior, struggling too, on top of that, you know, just really just financial struggles. I feel like there's a little bit more that I can't really touch on with words, but the fact that I did that for something that small, I feel like I deserve to do some time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the fact that you've had a chance to think about what you've done. I don't know why it is. Usually the people who try to help us are the people that we end up hurting the most, right? So you should have been looking at the idea that your mom, even though you're 25 years old, your mom is giving you a place to stay.
That's the thing. I was in that for 5 months, 6 months in Bear County, just thinking, wow, I really took all that for granted. Just for 3 to 5 minutes, I messed up my whole relationship with my family over something small and selfish. Very selfish.
All right.
So I apologize to the court, and I apologize to my mother, and I love her.
Okay. All right. Anything else before the court entered sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Dusty, D-U-S-T-Y Skinner. Take in consideration 2024 CC 739463. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. There's to be therapeutic community. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just a moment. I'm going to wait till they finish here on the side.
Judge, I'm not talking to you.
Okay,
No, I'm ignoring them.
thank you.
Just waiting for you to finish, Judge.
All right. All right, did you sign it?
Yeah.
Mr. Skinner?
Yes, ma'am, I signed it.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All
I
right,
do
we,
have a question.
yes,
You said I do not have permission to be in contact with her.
no.
Is that forever?
You'll have to speak to your attorney in regards to that. And what I will tell you, the no contact was a part of your agreement with the state.
Of course.
At some point in time, maybe your mom will want to have contact with you. If she does, and you all can work on your relationship through that, then we'll see. Okay?
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, we can go off the record. With regards to the therapeutic community, I have no jurisdiction over that, over the prison. I can't force them to put you in that program, but it'll be in the judgment that I want you to be considered for the therapeutic community. You'll have to ask for it as well. You understand? All right. And here's my other advice. I have no problem with tattoos, but no more face tattoos, okay? Because people will see you, they see the face tattoos and they
You'd
think
be
some sort of way.
distracted too, probably.
Yes. All right. All right. So my understanding, there's a victim impact. All right.
Mr. Skinner, over here. Put your back against the counter. I really don't know. I had the option to pay it on my rate. I have other than to say you. That's rich. This story.
Hello. Hi.
Good morning,
Good
Judge.
morning.
Mr. Salazar, officer sent in a request for consideration for early termination. And the state opposed that request. Judge, you denied that request and asked for this to be set for a hearing. I spoke with the state this morning to see the reasoning for the opposition, and ADA Garahan basically stated that it was because of the offense. Mr. Salazar has been on probation for 2 years, 8 months. He's completed all of his terms of probation. He's been doing rather well. And the probation department is asking for him to be considered for early termination.
So what have you learned?
You have to speak up.
I learned from my mistakes, not to do that again. And I got a lot of work I need to do at my job and everything. And,
What do you do?
I'm a diesel mechanic, repair trailers.
All right, so what was happening on that night that you didn't follow the rules?
I got into an accident and I didn't pay attention to which way I was driving. And I just hit a car and I kept on going.
All right, so why did, the question is, why did you keep going?
I didn't want I didn't want go to jail.
So why did you think you were gonna go to jail if it was just an accident?
I don't know, I just panicked.
No, but here's the thing, the actions that we take, we have consequences. So your consequence was you're on probation for it, right?
Mhm.
So in order, so we're not back here again on something else, you've got to figure out why didn't you stop? So you're telling me you didn't stop because you're afraid you were going to be arrested. So now my question is, what did you think you were going to be arrested for?
I don't know, no.
Well, I mean, you have to know. I mean, you think you're going to be arrested. Normally, when people have accidents, car accidents,
Yeah.
normally the go-to is not, I'm going to be arrested. Normally, for older people,
Mhm.
it is, All right, I need your license and registration and proof of insurance.
Yes,
So you're in that older group. You're not a teenager where teenagers are all panicky and trying to call their mom or call their dad.
Yeah.
You're an older gentleman.
yes, ma'am.
You have an accident and you say you thought you were going to be arrested. You had to think you were going to be arrested for something. What did you think you were going to be arrested for?
I thought I hurt somebody real bad.
Well, you know, the answer is not to leave. You just complicated matters. If you would have stayed at the scene, if you had insurance, which I'm assuming you did, because otherwise they would have charged you with that as well.
Mhm.
If you'd have just stayed, we wouldn't even be here. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So has he completed everything on probation?
Yes, Judge.
And did he pay the $200?
Judge, the $200 for
I read where there was a $200 restitution, some,
that was waived by the victim, Judge.
okay.
He's completed, he's paid all of his other financial obligations. And he's completed all of his other conditions as well as, all of his UAs have been negative, Judge.
All right. Well, I will tell you, Mr. Salazar, I don't believe in keeping people on probation just for busy work, right?
Mhm.
Like I can keep you on probation for the full term,
Yes, ma'am.
all right? But they're telling me that you've done everything. They're telling me that you've been rehabilitated. So you've been on probation for how many years now?
2 years, 8 months.
2 years, 8 months, and you've completed everything. This is what I'm going to do. We have, yes,
No, Judge, I was going to tell you that we did send out victim letters to the victim indicating we're seeking for early termination. And we sent out 2 of those letters and we got no response from those letters.
all right, this is what I'm going to do. Probation, I'm going to allow him to report by mail. And if there are no issues, I'm going to early term him May 1st. And let me just tell you why I'm choosing May 1st.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm choosing May 1st because we have a celebration that's coming up in April. And sometimes people lose their mind, right?
Mhm.
And that celebration is my mom's birthday and they just lose. I'm joking. For me, that's the big thing. But in April, we have something called Fiesta.
Yes,
And people tend to lose their mind during Fiesta.
I stay
So-
away from that.
Oh, that's a good thing. I always tell people nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah, I stay home. I just go to work and go straight home.
So let me just tell you this.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to be allowed to report by mail.
Mhm.
If there are no issues, you're not going to have to come back. Probation is going to submit to me an early term. And if there are no issues, you'll be terminated May 1st.
Okay,
Whether you're terminated early on May 1st, in a good way, not on a Schwarzenegger way,
Yeah.
but whether you're terminated May 1st depends 100% on you. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right. So if everything's going well, then you'll be off probation.
Okay,
All right. You have any questions about anything?
no, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for doing so well.
Thank you.
All right. Melbourne Zuniga.
Para ahí, siempre viendo a la juez. Yo le voy a dar a la juez.
All right. On this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe we've received everything.
And is this blood or breath?
Blood,
All right. And you've received all blood discovery?
yes.
State, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes.
And sir, are you a citizen?
No.
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 All right. Will you be handling the immigration issues?
Yes.
All right. And do you need more time in regards to advising him on the immigration issues?
Yes, just a few weeks, Judge, and we
Okay.
should be good.
All right, Norma, if you'll set this for a plea deadline date, is 3 weeks or a month better for you, counsel?
Let's do 3 weeks is good.
All right, 3 weeks, please. All right, then March 17th, that will be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Joe Angel Gutierrez. Who's the attorney for Joe Angel Thank you.
We're coming.
All right. Is this a motion to revoke?
It is. We're asking for a contested hearing, Judge.
All right. Right. So how long is this contested gonna take? Because it's, one of the allegations is failure to report. Is it 1 hour? One of the allegations is failure to report.
One of the allegations is failure to report, Judge. I would say an hour, just to be on the
For
safe side.
failure to report, I'm just wondering, can this be done now, or is everybody ready to proceed now? Y'all want to talk to her? All right, all
I can
right.
talk to her.
All right, thank you. Have a seat. Hello. Hi. All right, how are you doing? All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
I believe we have all the discovery that we need, Judge. I've conferred with the prosecutors. They are going to try to get a hold of the complainant to see if a case can be worked out. However, the complainant has a cross charge also, so they need to get permission from the attorney before they can do that. I've been in touch with the complainant's attorney, and they're still waiting to see if that permission is granted.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for 30 days.
March 27th.
All right, we'll be back on March 27th. If the state is able to speak with the complainant before then your attorney will let us know. We'll put you on the docket sooner than that. State at that time, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat, ma'am.
Johnny De La Rosa? Who's the attorney for Johnny De La Rosa? All right. Jenna Davila? Yes. All right, and where's Dalava? She's come forward.
Morning.
Good morning. All right. So what is happening on this case?
We received an offer on this case. However, we're looking into having her evaluated for a Veterans Treatment Court.
Okay,
We like to have that referral done so we can see about that process getting started.
all right, let's do this then. Ms. Abrams,
Yes, Judge.
are you able to call VTC to see if they can send someone down? All right, just have a seat and then we'll take you back up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joshua Zamorano. And Cornelius, did you have your file pulled?
I think it was pulled, yeah.
Who's his client?
Joshua.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Good morning,
Hi.
Ron.
Welcome. I mean, you were just standing there. All right. What page is he on?
9.
Thank you. All right, we have a violation report. Can I get a copy of the violation report, please?
You want mine? I have one, Jay.
Just 1 second, because I may have, oh, just 1 second, let me see.
Not in the edge.
if I pulled it.
You have it.
No, I don't have it. All right, criminal trial division. Hi. This is a violation report. All right, so we're here on the first violation report. State, do you have any requests?
Could we request $10,000 bond?
All right. So this is what the problem is. And I have these hearings on these violations report instead of just ruling on them. Now, mind you, I could have just ruled on this without you appearing, issued a warrant for your arrest. You understand?
Yes.
So this is the issue. The issue is, and I don't take any of these offenses as true because I haven't heard any evidence. So I don't know if it's beyond a reasonable doubt or not. I have no idea. But it appears that there may be an issue with you based upon the charges. Not stopping. No. Here's the thing. I don't want you to speak about the facts of your case because that will interfere with your attorney's ability to represent you in whatever, whatever negotiations you want to use with the state. But The issue is you're on bond for an evading arrest detention with a vehicle, right? And that offense date was April 19th, 2024. Just, this is all I know about your case, right? So you're on bond for that. And then they have you as an evading arrest detention. And I'm assuming, since it's a misdemeanor court, I'm assuming they're alleging that you were running as opposed to driving. And that offense date is February 15, 2025. So I have to address this, right? Are you employed?
Yes,
What do you do?
I'm an auto mechanic.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place you on GPS, and I'm going to place you on GPS for 60 days. You can either do 60 days GPS and I'll allow for employment, or you can have a bond increase, make your bond, and there will be no GPS attached to that bond. All right. So, counsel, is there anything you wish to say?
Is GPS tracking only?
No, I mean, I know evading has to do with tracking, but
You always know where he's at, even if he's his desire to move around, and will incorporate the fees.
I will do 60 days GPS partial for employment only. And I'll ask that the GPS fees are waived. And it's to begin I'm gonna have it beginning on March 3rd. That should give you enough time to get everything set up. And let me just tell you, part of the reasons why you're on partial GPS as opposed to tracking only, sometimes bond conditions are punishment. Sometimes it's to work on your rehabilitation. Do not come back here again where there is an allegation that you're been evading. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Court is calling 2017 CR 3203 State versus David Jamar Jones. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Todd Coronado.
And are you Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Jones, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same David Jamar Jones who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2017 CR 3203 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on September 11, 2017 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 2, on or about the 9th day of March 2022 at Starrett County, Texas. The defendant, David Jamar Jones, admitted there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or a two authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State.
Violation of condition number 2, on or about the 11th day of May 2022. And verifying Texas, the defendant, David Jamar Jones, did then and there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervising officer, and or a two authorized agent of the court in violation of condition.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Also true.
He waived the manager.
Any objection to the waivers?
No objection, John.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with your pleas of true to violations of 2 and 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violations of 2 and 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
That is agreement, Your Honor.
All right, so what has he done on probation?
Judge.
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Jamar Jones.
All right, what have you done since you've been on probation?
I completed the Saturday program, did all the after programs that I was supposed to do. Other than the drug testing, the drug testing.
Well, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that?
Sorry,
Why didn't you do that?
some of them that I did do. At first, I was coming out dirty, and then I was trying to work on stopping and everything. I was smoking marijuana. I was going through a hard time, so I didn't go and take some of them because I knew I might still be dirty. I thought it'd be better than just going and giving a dirty test.
No, I mean, it's best to face the consequences of your action instead of hoping that somebody will catch you in the end, because then you're always looking over your shoulder and that gives you anxiety. So while you've been on probation and we've been looking for you, you've continued to use?
No,
I mean, you say that now, but I don't believe that. Well, you're saying yes. So here's the thing. I'm trying to make a decision on whether or not to follow this agreement that you reached them. I could sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. I'm trying to figure out where you are on your level of honesty and where you are on your drug use. So I'm going to ask you again, while we've been looking for you, have you been using?
maybe for the first year that I've been gone, but after that, I completely stopped smoking.
Why?
I recently found out that I may have a daughter, so I stopped smoking. I came back down here to try to get everything situated and taken care of so I can go on about that. I know I can't go to family court while I still have to deal with all this, and I definitely can't get my daughter if I gotta deal with
And
all
where's
this.
family court?
Here, I think.
No, I mean, you're saying you needed to go somewhere. I'm wondering, is that here in Texas or is that somewhere else?
Here in Texas, San Antonio.
All right. Probation, what is your recommendation? All right, the court will find you guilty. The court is going to grant the motion. The court will follow your agreement. Are you asking me to follow this agreement?
The 1 year.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, then the court will grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served and credit for any time served for successful inpatient treatment completion.
Yes. Thank
Is
you.
it- You're welcome. And I'll recommend the therapeutic community. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. You say you may or may not have a daughter that's coming into the world. You're going to have to start making better choices. And with regards to your daughter, the choice is either you are going to continue to use marijuana or you're not. If you love your daughter, you won't. So for you, everything that you do from here on out, you need to ask yourself, is this going to make my daughter or my child proud of me? You understand? And if the answer is no, don't do it. And I tell everybody all the time, with this smoking of marijuana, you don't want your child to smell like marijuana. Children are cruel sometimes, and you don't want them saying that, oh, here comes, this person's daughter smelling like marijuana. You don't want that. You want her to have a good start in life, and her having a good start in life means that you're going to have to do better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thank you.
The seats are where you're at. Thank you.
All right, Leonardo Bologna. All right, today is plea deadline date. So are you requesting a jury trial?
Judge, my client has a question about, I guess, the GPS program that he was approved for at the jail. I tried to explain a few things to him, but I think he needs to maybe hear it from you about what that program entails and how that, I guess, would work. So I guess we're here so he can ask you a few questions. I guess, I think it was denied.
Yes.
And I told him that, but
Yeah, it's denied. So here's the thing, I'm not trying to interfere in your relationship with your attorney,
Yes, ma'am.
but usually if your attorney tells you something has been denied, it's been denied.
Yes, ma'am.
So where we are today is your plea deadline date. So either there's going to be an agreement worked out with the state or not. If there's not an agreement worked out with the state, you're going to jury trial. So where are we on that? Do you want a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
All right, so if you all will go back then, he's not requesting a jury trial.
we might change our mind about that, Judge, but I appreciate you explaining the GPS
Sure.
situation, and I'll confer with my client, and then we'll let the court know if
All
we're
right.
gonna ask for a jury trial.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. They're not ready on that one. Timothy Zabata. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
You can have a seat, sir. I don't think.
No, stick them in the back.
All right. No. Just give me, this is Zapata, right?
Yes.
All right. Attorneys. Who's on the first degree list? Thank you, Robert Maurer. All right, Mrs. Zapata.
That's the lawyer in the courthouse.
So, just one moment. And of course, I will not hold you all to this, but on the surface, does it seem like she'll be a good candidate?
I would say that she is somebody that we would like to evaluate her on.
Okay.
We just spoke with her a little bit. I think we both agree there's a lot kind of going on with her at the moment.
Okay.
I would like a little bit more time to kind of dig through and see.
All right.
what can't help, so on and so forth.
All right, so how much time are you all asking for?
We're looking,
So as a judge, more, like I said, the last time that we were here, we're all booked out for February. We can evaluate her during March, but we won't have an answer for the court until the end of March. That's when we'll be reviewing all our new referrals, next.
All right, so what time in March do you all think you will review her?
It's gonna be, it'll probably be by the 27th, the last Thursday of the month. That's when we're next scheduled for getting files.
And when will you have an answer for the court?
That date, Your Honor.
All right, so Norma, on this one, recall it for April. Well, when you say you'll know by the 27th, is that the beginning
Probably
of the morning?
yeah.
The afternoon? All right, Norma, recall this for March 31st. And that will be for an update on VTC.
March 31st. Okay.
Yes. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you so much for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming down.
thank you, Judge.
Judge.
All right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sir.
শুনেন কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন
বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন
মানে
তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো
সমস্যা থেকে ওই দিনকার তোরে হাত খরচে লেগা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিলাম আবার টাকা কি গাছে ধরে
আব্বাজান আপনি তো কত টাকাই কামান 5,000 টাকা দিলে আপনার কি হয় আমি আপনার একমাত্র আমার মাইয়া তো আমার পিছনে খরচ করবেন না কার পিছনে করবেন আমার একটা কুর্তি পছন্দ হয়েছে ওই কুর্তি আমি কিনতে চাই
কুর্তি মূর্তি লেহেঙ্গা ওড়না এসব দিয়ে তো ঘর বইরে গেছে হাঁটুনের বি জায়গা নাই মন চায় তোর এগুলা নাইজেরিয়া বুলগেরিয়া আর উগান্ডায় পাঠাইয়া দে আচ্ছা এত কিছু কিনার দরকার নাকি
কি করতেছেন আব্বা একটা শখ করছি শখের দাম লাখ টাকা শখ যদি না মিটে তাহলে এই জীবন রেখা লাভ কি আপনি যদি আমার টাকা না দিচ্ছেন তাহলে কিন্তু আমি কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে নাম লেখা ফেলাম
আচ্ছা ব্লেড দিয়ে এই কুর্তির লেগে হাত কাটানোর দরকার নাই আমি বাইরে যাওয়ানোর সময় তোরে টাকা দিয়ে যাবো।
থ্যাংক ইউ আব্বা।
আচ্ছা লাইলি, তুমি এরকম প্রতিদিন কোনো পড়াই কমপ্লিট করছো না, আমি কিন্তু তোমাকে আর পড়াতে আসবো না।
আসেন না, আপনারা কথাই কইছি আইতে, আমি কইছি
শেষ পর্যন্ত তোমার বাবার কাছে আমাকে কমপ্লেন করতে হবে।
আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করবেন?
পড়াশোনা করছো না, বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না? অবশ্যই করবো।
ঠিক আছে, আপনি যান, আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করেন, এদিকে আমি ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে আপনার হাতের নাম লেখা রাখবো এখান দিয়ে।
বলতে চলেছ আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ। দেখো, এইবার না হয় আমি তোমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না, কিন্তু তুমি যদি পরীক্ষায় ডাব্বা মারো তাহলে তো আবার আমি শেষ।
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
দৌড়াবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মনে সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ, বললাইছো শেষবার মতো চুল দাঁড়িয়ে আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটার দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি সমস্যা? যাইতে দিতেছ না কেন?
সমস্যা আমার না আপনার। আপনি মানুষ না খুনি?
মানে
মানে বুঝেন না? কালকে কি করছেন? কাচির লগে কি মিলাচ্ছেন? পেট খারাপের ওষুধ।
দেখো, এখন কিন্তু বাড়াবাড়ি হইতেছে। তোমরা কাচ্চি খাইতে চাইছো, আমি খাওয়াইছি ব্যাস। কারণ কারো যদি পেট পাতলা হয়ে যায়, কেউ যদি হজম করতে না পারে, সেটা তো তার সমস্যা, আমার না।
বাড়াবাড়ি আমরা করছি না আপনারা করছেন? মানে ইচ্ছে করে আপনারা খান নাই কালকে, তাই না? যাতে আমার লগে প্রতিশোধ নিতে পারেন।
আর যদি নিতে চাই, সেটা কি দোষ? 3 বার ঘুরি চ্যাম্পিয়ন আমি, তোমার কারণে আমার হারতে হয়েছে।
হারছেন তো কি? মাঝে মাঝে কিছু জিতবার লাগা কিছু হারতে হয়।
এই, তোমার কাছে হাইরে আমি কি জিতছি? হ্যাঁ,
আমারই জিতছেন, আমার মন জিতছেন।
এই দেখো, তুমি আমার আবার কোনো কিছু তো ফাঁসে দিচ্ছ, আমি বুঝছি। এইসব ফান্দে আমি পা দিতেছি না, প্লিজ।
আমি আপনারে ফাঁসাই নাই, আপনি আমারে ফাঁসাইছেন। আমি তো আপনার প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি ফ্রি মাস্টার। আপনি আমার মারবেন, মারেন, কাটতেও ফালান, কিন্তু আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি, এটাই সাইন্স।
হ্যাঁ, এর জন্যই তো সায়েন্সে মারো ডাব্বা।
যতই অপমান করেন, শাদি তো আপনার আমার লগে হইব।
তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শাদি দূরে থাক, প্রেম পর্যন্ত করতে রাজি নাই আমি। হ্যাঁ, আর এইসব ব্লেড ফেড দিয়ে কোনো কাজ হবে না, আমি ভয় পাই না আর।
দেখো চন্দ্র, তুমি কি করো।
In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Joe Angel Gutierrez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, August, September, and November of 2023, and January, February, and March of 2024, in violation of condition number 5.
And how do you plead to that, true or not true?
Not true.
State.
Violation of condition number 15U on or about the 22nd day of April, 2024. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Joe Angel Gutierrez, did then and there fail to verify attendance and or completion of the parenting classes with compadre y compadre in violation of condition number 15U.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
Not true.
The state calls
With regards to the other allegations?
violation of condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Joe Angel Gutierrez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April, May, June,
July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2024 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may call your first witness.
The state calls Carrie Brown.
Any objection to the witness appearing by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Officer Brown, if you could unmute, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record. If you'll state
Carrie
your name
Brown.
for the record.
Carrie Brown.
All right, state.
Miss Brown, how are you employed?
I work for Bear County Adult Probation.
And how long have you been doing that?
Almost 10 years.
And what are your duties as a probation officer with the Community Supervision Department?
I have numerous duties. One of them is to see my defendants on a regular basis, make referrals to programs.
Okay, and were you assigned a defendant by the name of Joe Angel Gutierrez?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and when did you become his supervision officer?
April 5th, 2023, his case was transferred to me.
Okay, and once you receive that case file, do you give any instructions to the defendant?
He saw his previous officer and that officer gave him instructions to report to me on, I believe it was May 3rd of 2023, and he failed to do so.
Okay. And then did he report to you for May of 2023?
He did not.
Did he report to you for August of 2023?
He did not.
Did he report to you for September of 2023?
No, he didn't.
And did he report to you for November of 2023?
No, he didn't.
And are you currently still his supervision officer?
I am.
Okay. Did he report to you in January of 2024?
No, he didn't.
What about February of 2024?
No,
And what about March of 2024?
he did not.
Just one second. What about April of 2024?
No,
May 2024?
no, ma'am.
June of 2024?
No,
July of 2024?
no, he didn't.
August of 2024?
No, he did not report in August.
September of 2024?
No, he didn't report.
What about in October of 2024?
No, ma'am, he did not.
November of 2024?
No, I didn't meet him in November.
And what about December of 2024?
No,
Okay, so when is the last time that your department has that the defendant reported?
the last time I saw him, let me double check, was December 13th. I'm sorry, December 6th, 2023.
Okay, and what did you give him